The big question on everybody's mind right now, obviously, is the dynasty over? It absolutely is as we know it. 20 years, 9 Super Bowl appearances, and 6 Super Bowl titles for Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the Pats. That is not coming back anymore. Tom Brady is 42. He's not getting any younger. Okay, Tom Brady this year, need I remind you, finished 27th in the league in passer rating. He was flanked by Daniel Jones and Jacoby Brissett. Let that sink in. Daniel Jones and Jacoby Brissett flanked Tom Brady in passer rating this year. Josh McDaniels, Brady's longtime right-hand man, one of his key dudes, the offensive coordinator, partner in crime, probably going to get a head coaching job. Unless Bob Kraft can pull Josh McDaniels back at the altar and stop him from taking another head coaching job, it does not appear that Brady is going to have his guy Josh McDaniels. And as Brady ages and gets older, he needs more and more help, and that's the type of thing that becomes more difficult to deal with at this stage in his career. By the way, the division, okay, the AFC East, it's been wretched. It's allowed the Patriots to coast to playoff byes over the past 20 years. Hey, Buffalo seems like they're getting their stuff together. I know it was an excruciating loss for the Bills, and I'm a bigger Josh Allen believer than what your average guy probably would be. But Buffalo, I don't think, is going anywhere anytime soon. So the division is likely not to be the cakewalk that it has been. Miami actually seems like they're putting some things together with, by the way, Belichick disciple Brian Flores is the head coach out there. So I think the Patriots will have a tougher task with the division. And oh, by the way, Tom Brady may be gone. We don't know what's going to happen with Tom Brady, who for the first time has been gifted the freedom of being an unrestricted free agent. Okay? He's been given Rumspringa, like the Amish kids, when they're allowed to go live in the city when they become adults, that ritual. This is Tom Brady now. He's an unrestricted free agent. Okay? He has options. It does not have to be staying with Belichick and company. And I tell you what it's not going to be. It's not going to be retiring, as evidenced by this clip last night from Tom Brady's postgame press conference.
I've always, tried to do the right thing out there. And, who knows what the future holds. So we'll leave it at that.
Future, is there any possibility that you would retire after this last season?
I would say it's pretty unlikely, but yeah, hopefully unlikely.
Whether Tom stays or not, it's the end of this dynasty as we know it. I still think the Patriots can be a playoff caliber team, but they will not be the absolute deadly force that they have been. However, having said all of that, admit it. You need to admit it to yourself. You'll miss the Patriots being the big bad wolf and the Goliath to the rest of the league's David. You're going to miss that. Whether you'll admit it to yourself or not, it is true. I'm born and raised in Kansas City, okay? Lifelong Chiefs fan. If there's anybody that currently on January 6th of 2020 should hate the New England Patriots, it is me. Because my dreams are still haunted by Dee Ford being offsides and the Chiefs not making the Super Bowl last year. Okay, but I can even step back and admit that I will miss the perfect foil that the Patriots have been to the rest of the NFL for the past 2 decades. They are a perfect villain, okay? They have the perfect quarterback who gets the girl, marries a supermodel, looks like a model himself. I mean, have you seen those Ugg boots that Tom Brady has been modeling over the past few years? And always seems to be one step ahead of where you're at. Tom Brady is the perfect quarterback. And then he's paired with the evil genius, the guy who is surly with everybody, who doesn't want to talk to anybody, who recoils inside of a hoodie every Sunday to just go out and drill your team. And oh, by the way, he always finds a way to bend the rules. Are there 2 more perfectly hateable archetypes than that? The star athlete in high school who wins all the games, gets the girl, gets the fame. Meanwhile, you're standing under the bleachers picking your nose, hoping some girl comes by to notice you. You also have the evil character from every Disney movie who lies, cheats, and steals, to get his way. Yeah, that's Bill Belichick. The movies aren't good without them. You don't go to the movies if there's not the conflict. I'll use a personal example here from the sports world. I grew up a K-State fan, okay? Kansas State. Kansas was the hated rival in basketball. Beat K-State like a drum all the time. K-State fans hate them with more vitriol than probably there is in almost any other rivalry in sports. It's because Kansas wins all the time, and there's been a little cheating involved there too, all right? So it creates a lot of hatred. And guess what the one game is every year that is always sold out? Most aren't. One is. It's when Kansas comes to Bramlage Coliseum. Because everybody loves having someone to hate. You love having that perfect villain to hate. And the Patriots are as good a villain as has ever existed in sports. Okay? As has ever existed. Now, a lot of that is because their winning has been unprecedented throughout the rest of the sports world. And that's why Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. And Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time. They also fit into those perfect stereotypes of what you would want in your villains. And it's made this a really good movie for a really long time. I'm not sad to see the Patriots go. Don't confuse this with that, okay? I have no sympathy for Brady, Belichick, or Danny O'Shea in Providence with this whole thing coming to an end. Just like I don't have any sympathy for Scar or Cruella DeVille or Andrew Gatchkar, who got to score touchdowns and date Sam Williams in high school. That guy. No sympathy for him, okay? But it doesn't mean that they weren't necessary for a good story as well. And that's something you should be willing to admit yourself here today as we sit on the edge of the end of the Patriots dynasty.